Ladies and gentlemen of Gorilla Press, we are back for another podcast. We've been on for a few weeks. We've been enjoying this road to WrestleMania. Me and Toaster are going to break it all down. WrestleMania coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We've got predictions. And as this drops, you'll get to watch this and we'll see how wrong and right we are, Toaster. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to the big week, WrestleMania week, I call it. Just getting ready for it,
Lots of wrestling, lots of
Lots
stuff
of
going
wrestling,
down. Yes, it
but it's
is
cool.
it's
I
the
think
Super Bowl of wrestling, man.
it's it, man.
Anything
Look,
can't deny that.
this is what we live for. Whether you think it's a bad card, a bad show, a good show. It's what we live for. Um, yeah, it's WrestleMania, baby.
I cannot love it. So
I
we're
could
gonna
just,
go over some of these matches and maybe some of the outcomes and stuff that we feel like the fallout maybe will be, and maybe how we like the build, and maybe even rate some of these matches based off interest to
whatever
see
you want to do.
overall what is this a mega show, is this a dream card, or is it just a so-so show, or is it a bad show? All right.
There's only one way to find out, and that's
All right,
watch this weekend.
that's right. All
That's
right,
the main
first,
thing.
yeah, first let's talk about Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, which will main event night two. Probably debatable, but probably some of the biggest build of the entire show. It is the main event. The main event for both shows, in my opinion. It is the main event for night two,
It is.
technically. But we have Cody Rhodes and John Cena, a heel John Cena, which made this match way more interesting. I think the back and forth on the mic between the two has been fantastic. I think the story lacked a little bit more. I think there should have been a brutal beatdown, and there still could be, before the show, like last year when The Rock, beat down Cody Rhodes, and you remember that whole angle. You didn't really get that. You got the
You got it the
beatdown
first
at
time. You got it during the heel turn, and that was it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you got it. And then there was no mention of The Rock throughout all these great promos, these back and forths between them. He never talked about his association with The Rock.
That's
What?
why I'm saying this feud is incomplete to me before WrestleMania. I, to me, I mean, the heel turn is what it is. It turned out to be. I mean, he's done the same shit since it's happened. I haven't seen anything really groundbreaking as a heel.
No, I think they've been really good on the mic back and forth, and some of the
Yeah,
stuff
I
that they've
mean,
been saying. I'll give
that
them
could have been
that.
better too. Honestly,
I thought it was fantastic,
it's good,
but
but
you're right though. It does feel very incomplete.
it's
I
incomplete.
Yeah, I mean it's as simple as that.
It really
Um,
is.
so on interest level here, with Cody taking on John Cena, heel versus John Cena, on a scale of 1 to 10 or 1 to 5, I'm sorry. What would you rate this
A
as your main
6.
event for WrestleMania?
As interest level, a 6. 1 to
No,
10.
out of five, what would you rate it?
I guess a 2, 2.5.
Oh wow,
I'm not that interested. Nothing else has happened. He
right,
turned heel, and that was it.
yep.
Nothing else has happened. This is WrestleMania we're talking about. Like, this isn't Backlash.
Well, there's still plenty of meat on the bone as far as like the card as a whole for both nights. You still
Yeah,
have
but
some good
I'm
feuds, some
talking
good
about I'm
stories.
talking about Cena Cody.
Yeah, for a main event. For a main event, yeah.
I just feel just that's just my opinion. I mean, I like more. You have to give me more going into WrestleMania than this.
I agree.
To me, it's like they said, let's just turn him heel, and we'll figure everything else out later. It just feels that way to me.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3 because I feel like something big is going to go down during the match.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that this can't be a 4-star, 5-star match,
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean,
I'm not saying I'm looking
even
forward
angle
to it.
wise, even angle wise, I feel like something's going to go down. I mean, surely, even
Absolutely.
if it's on SmackDown.
You would hope The Rock's going to be there, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
You
wow.
would hope.
What?
Like, how can he not be there?
I don't know. I can't believe he's not in a match after promising to be in a match.
They're
Basically,
saving him for Roman and Cody, probably. That SummerSlam is going to be big too, bro.
yeah. Another 2 night
It's a
SummerSlam.
2-night SummerSlam, the first one, so they're going to make that big. You never know. You might see Rock Cody on that.
So you're going to give that a 2.5. I'm going to give it a 3 star. Just hoping that something major is still to come, and we get some better storytelling towards the end of this
I
feud. I
could see
do feel
that.
like it'll be a one and done. It feels like.
It
Um,
does. It really does. This is going to be a one
yeah,
and done, bro.
yeah.
Exactly.
You're
That's
not going to
another
get
reason I'm not
multiple
interested.
matches for this. I
That's
do
another
feel
reason.
they're going to move on, and I just don't see Cena retiring as a heel, and
Me either. This is just a
so
temporary thing.
everything feels a little bit temporary.
Everything feels very temporary. Yes.
Well, we rated it. Who do you think comes out on top?
I'm going to go Cody. I'm
Okay.
going to go Cody. I think Cody pulls it off.
Yeah, that's who I have.
With the help of Stone Cold Steve
Gotcha.
Austin.
Do
I
you
think The
think
Rock
Cena
comes out for
possibly
Cena.
turns back face after the match? I could see that as well.
I hope not right away.
I
That's what
hope
I'm
not
saying.
either.
This is what I'm saying here. What are we
They
doing
got
over
so
here?
merch though. You know what I'm saying?
No. That's my bold prediction. The Rock comes out and Stone Cold comes out to help Cody. Unless Seth Rollins goes with The Rock, which I've been hearing.
Possibly so.
Just
Um,
saying.
all right, let's move on. Let's talk about the War Raiders defending their tag team championship against New Day.
Okay.
And New Day with a push right now. War Raiders had a match with them this past Monday, and that's
Good
what set up
chance.
this match. Huh?
I think the I think the match is going to be good. I think
Okay.
the match itself is going to be good. I do. Um, what do you want from me now? My interest going in?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, your interest going in.
I give it a 3.
Okay.
Give it a 3. It's not horrible. It's not the greatest, but
Who do you have going? Well, who do you have going over in this?
New Day.
Yes, that is who I have as well. As interest level, I mean, tell you what, some of the lower end matches, I don't think it's fair to rate the interest level.
It
I
depends.
have
I
like
see what
I'm
you're
I'm,
saying.
I'm pleased with the match because I want New Day push and I want the tag belts on New Day. So if we're doing it based off that, then it's like a 4 or whatever. But if we're just overall interest, I have I'm not like, oh man, I got to watch this show because War Raiders and New Day.
No,
Definitely
no,
not.
but
Yeah,
still, but
yeah,
it's still, you know, it is what it is.
yeah.
It's to get the tag champs on the show. It's good. But again, I think New Day needs to win this to solidify the heel turn.
I do too. I feel the
Yeah.
same way. Next we have Rey Mysterio going against oh
El
man,
Grande
Chad Gable
Americano.
or okay, all right, him. Okay, who wins this?
I think they're gonna have Ray go on top here.
Right?
I think Ray wins.
I'm gonna go with Chad Gable. I think he get. Or
Oh,
I'm sorry. Okay,
oh.
well, I think he gets unmasked and it's
Me too.
revealed that it's Chad Gable. How about
I
that?
agree. I agree.
And I do think I think Chad Gable gets the win, but I think Rey Mysterio gets the heat back after the match, and the way he gets the heat back is taking the mask
Okay.
off
Okay.
and it being revealed as Chad Gable. That's my prediction
Okay.
uh, for it. I mean, I don't know. Second, we got
That sounds like a great opener for WrestleMania.
yeah, yeah. There's
Honestly,
no any interest level for me. You know what I'm saying, but it's fine. It's not like I'm just God. I don't want to see that type thing.
Yeah,
So
it is what it is. Rey Mysterio's on
it's
the card.
fair.
He's 50 years old. Good for Rey Mysterio.
Right. Next up is a match that really has exceeded expectation, and that is Jade Cargill
Yeah,
against Naomi. A feud you really wouldn't have thought at the beginning that this was something you would want to see and that was going to be built up so well. Naomi really busting her ass and proving that she can be a good heel.
she's killing it.
Yeah.
I think she's really doing very well. But this is a story, man. This story's been going on a while now. So, uh,
Yes.
I mean, interest level, I'll go 3.5. Can I do halves? I can do halves, right?
Yeah.
I go 3.5 on that one. And
I'll play copycat on that 3.5 for sure. I know the match. Naomi's gonna have to bust her ass in this match, and I think the match will be whatever. Um,
yeah, I think
but
Jade wins.
oh yeah, yeah. But I do want to see something angle wise. If Jade
Yeah,
doesn't win, I want to see Bianca turn heel or something like that.
that ain't gonna happen before Bianca's match,
Probably not. Probably not. No.
right?
Um, okay. Well, so who you got? Jade going over. I
I got
will.
Jade going over.
I'll go with Jade as well. Um, Next up, we got Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez taking on Bailey and Lala Valkyria. How do you say her name? I don't know.
Lyra
Maybe I said it right.
Valkyria.
Okay.
Lyra
And now,
Valkyria.
okay. All right. Who do you have going over? Do we have new tag champions?
Nah,
Or you do?
nah. The
No.
Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez are gonna win.
I'm going to go there too. Maybe
But you
even
want my
something being
interest level?
started with.
Hey, we got to continue with this interest level thing for the stars, right?
Yeah, yeah. What do you have for
My
this one?
interest level on this match, 1 star.
Mine's no stars. Zero
Oh
star. You can go
man.
zero. You can go zero.
Ooh, we can go zero,
Give him
huh?
a big fat zero. I'm going to put a big fat zero graphic up whenever
Well, no,
there's
I
a
got to give it a
zero
one.
interest level. Huh?
I got to give it a one because I get to look at Liv Morgan a little more.
Yeah. All right. All right. I'll give you that. Yeah. She's my brother has a giant crush on Liv Morgan. He's probably like, don't call me out like that, man.
You know she's a
Uh,
Jersey girl.
yeah, 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 and Hooters girl, right?
I won't go there.
Okay. I want it. I mean, let's move on. Let's talk about let's talk about AJ Styles taking on Logan Paul. I was thinking about this match the other night when I was watching the build to it and when Logan Paul came out. Um hmm. I'll tell you what, I'm excited for this match because of the actual match. I do think there will be a lot of flying around shit. I think it'll have a fantastic finish. I'm scared though. I'm gonna tell you why I'm scared. Because I know the right thing to do would to be to put Logan Paul over AJ, but as a Mark fan of AJ Styles, I want AJ to go over. So that match scares me. I'll be watching that match like a little 10-year-old fanboy back in the day because I don't want to see AJ lose this match because it's like AJ's getting older. Um, and it is Logan Paul. And everybody knows Logan Paul is kind of a douche. Incredible athlete, great on the mic, perfect wrestling character. I don't want to see one of my favorites lose against him on the grandest stage of them all. So, interest level for me, the story's not even that great. I'm going to go with 4 just because
That's
I'm
fun.
a major fan of AJ Styles and I feel like I'm going to be on the edge of my seat watching this match.
Interest level, I'll give it a 3 because I know it's at least going to be a good match. But going in, if this was
Yeah.
like two guys that weren't really good at what they do, the interest level would not be good at all. I'd go 0 stars.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can see a good match anywhere, and I get that too. But I
It
do
has a
think
chance. It has a
as
chance to
a
be one of the
fan of
better matches.
AJ's, I feel like I'll be watching it like I'm watching my football team or or like I used to watch back in the day when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And
I hear you.
being how much I despise Logan in real life, um, yeah, I don't want to see one of my favorite wrestlers lose against this guy. So kudos to WWE to turning me into a little
Um,
fanboy.
that's good. That's good. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that.
No. All right, next up is a match I don't really care for and doesn't make much sense to me, and people may argue about this with me. That is LA Knight taking on Jacob Fatu for the United States Heavyweight Championship. Where do you got on an interest level, and who do you pick to win this match?
Wow. This is everything's a three with me. It's every. That's what I'm saying. Everything is mid so far. You know, going in. But before I get to that, wait a second. Going into WrestleManias all my life, if you see a card that ain't so great, usually it winds up being a pretty good WrestleMania. And I've seen a lot of cards going into WrestleMania. They go, oh my God, look at this card. WrestleMania 26, I can really go back and think of. That card looked amazing on paper. Man, that WrestleMania sucked.
How about that
So
SummerSlam in Nashville a couple of years ago that looked awful because Vince had actually booked it, but then Triple H had to take over it. It's too late to kind of rebook everything. Ended up being a fantastic pay per view,
that's what I'm
and
saying. That happens a lot.
really,
So
really over delivered. And sometimes you get that.
I'm not like going into WrestleMania depressed, but it is very going in. It's not the worst, and it ain't the greatest.
I think it's a three match show, basically. Just overall thoughts on WrestleMania. It's a
Yeah.
three match show.
I give it more than
Um,
that, maybe. But
I don't know.
anyway,
LA
LA Knight
Knight,
and Jacob.
Jacob Fatu. I don't care about. It was just, hey, I want a number one contenders match. Jacob Fatu has kind of been feuding with the Bloodline, of course, but I don't know, man. I just don't have any interest in this match. Maybe
Who you
I
got?
do as far as like a coming out party for Jacob Fatu to possibly win the United States title. I don't see that happening here. I'm picking LA Knight to go over here, and I'll tell you why. I do believe that Solo is going to screw over Jacob Fatu, costing him the United States Championship.
That
He'll
would
have the
be
match won or something, but
that would be his first loss, right?
I believe so. Yeah,
That's a. I don't know what I'm gonna go. Jacob Fatu wins.
you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
go
with Jacob
Jacob.
Fatu. Okay.
I'm gonna go with Fatu. Yeah, it's time
Hey,
for
and
the
I
new
think
era.
we forgot to predict AJ Styles and Logan Paul. I'm going to go with Logan Paul
Oh
on
shit,
that.
we did. We
Yeah.
did. We're agreeing every time too with the match. By the way,
Yeah.
I think we've agreed with every match.
Just about.
Have
I
we?
think I went with LA. I went with LA Knight. You went with Jacob
That's the
Fatu.
only one. All right. So
Um,
we just disagreed. Okay. I'm gonna go for AJ. I'm gonna go Logan Paul. I'm gonna go Logan Paul.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I
Yeah.
have too. That's what I
Yeah.
have
I'm
too.
with you. I'm with you.
Okay. What do we got next? Oh, the triple threat women's title matchup. We got Rhea Ripley and we got Io Sky and Bianca Belair. Who do you have in this? And your
Bianca.
interest level.
Bianca.
Okay.
I got Bianca pulling it off. Maybe this is where she turns heel in the process.
I will go with Io Sky. I think that Rhea and Bianca's hatred for one another clouds their. That's the story it feels like they're saying. I really hope I'm wrong on this, by the way.
I'm gonna be generous too and give this a 4 going in.
Yeah, I think they've busted their ass. I'll rate it 4 too, man. They have really busted their ass on this feud. I'm going to go with Io Sky. You're going to go with Bianca Belair in
Yeah,
this.
I am.
With Bianca,
Yeah.
I hope you're right. Yours sounds way cooler with Bianca turning heel and winning that title. I would love to see that happen, and we'll go back and watch this and be like, "Oh, that was cool. Toaster called it," and I hope you do. I hope you are right. and I'm wrong, because I think it's just going to be your typical, triple threat stories all have a typical outcome in WWE, and I just see Io Sky. She's the one that's ignored. She's the one that needs the title the most. Bam, she gets the victory here. Okay, moving right along. Let's talk about the Damian Priest Drew McIntyre matchup. Supposedly, Drew McIntyre did not want this match, but if you look back in the way they've told the story, this
Makes
match
sense.
totally made sense.
Totally makes sense.
And I think they're both right on the same level right now as far as being booked strong. Damian Priest is booked very, very strongly, and Drew McIntyre is too, to a degree. He's had a few upset victories here lately where people like Jimmy Uso and others have been able to get victories over Drew, which kind of makes me feel like, since feels like a consolation prize for Drew McIntyre, who maybe felt like he should have been in that triple threat as a fatal four way with CM Punk and everybody. But I don't know, man. I kind of feel like Drew McIntyre is owed one here by the company, and Drew McIntyre gets the win here against Damian Priest.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I will go Drew McIntyre here, and my interest level is probably a 3.
I will go with 2.5. I don't really have any interest level in this matchup, to be honest with you. And I think
Yeah.
Drew knew that from a fan's perspective, that nobody was going to be as interested in this match as, say, if he was in, main event spot. So, yeah, we're all right. We're both going with Drew there.
Hopefully it's a great match.
Yeah, I think it will be. As far as like bigger guys, man, they work their asses off. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
they do.
All right, let's go with the main event for night one, and that is the triple threat match between CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman on a pole match. Who
Yep.
do you got in this, and what's your interest level?
I'm not interested. They haven't pulled me in enough.
Are you
Sorry.
more interested in this, or are you more interested in Cena and Cody? Or about the same?
I guess I'm more interested in Cena Cody because I'm more curious in what they're gonna do and how the
Okay.
angle is gonna come out.
Yeah,
I could
play
care
out, right.
less. I do not care what's happening. This to me, this whole thing just doesn't make too much sense. So really, I'm going into this with a 3 again, and I'll pick Seth Rollins because he's the odd man out.
Yeah, kind of the same reason why I picked Io Sky. Um, okay. I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna have to go with Punk. It feels like they I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. You're right.
Doesn't
The
though.
outcome
It's
of this
weird.
match really doesn't fucking matter unless you have a really big angle plan for the end.
Yeah.
And and if you're saying, well, is that big angle Paul Heyman signing with Seth Rollins? Please no, because it doesn't feel organic. I don't want to see that. You got to have
Yeah.
something even more extravagant planned as far as an ending to this matchup, and who you
Maybe
put
Lesnar
over.
comes out and beats the crap out of
Okay.
everybody.
Okay, well then I would be like, yeah, I'm on top of that. You know what I'm saying? I would love that. And everybody's like, no, no, well, keep Brock away. No, I don't want. I'm like, fuck y'all, man. He's a
Yeah.
spectacle, man. He is an anomaly. He
The
is a
star.
beast. Christmas comes once a year. Brock Lesnar may come 4 or 5 times a year. But it's an event every time it happens, man. I don't want to see Brock. Everybody used to complain, oh, Brock's on my TV. He's never on here, and he's a champ. Good. That keeps him
Good.
special.
I agree 100%.
So yeah, I miss Brock Lesnar. If Brock Lesnar comes back in this match, I do think that would make up for a lot of shit. Even if he came back at the end of the match and beat up whoever wins the match, I would love that. I would absolutely love it. But I want to see a big angle coming from that, or some kind of outcome that really changes the course of those three wrestlers. But I mean, we'll see. And next we got the Fatal 4-Way for the IC title. I feel a Judgment Day split coming on here. I feel like this is a way to get the title off Braun Breaker, who they've been pushing like an absolute beast. Does he not deliver the best spears that you've ever seen in
Yeah,
your
no, it's
entire
cool, and
life?
they know how to accentuate him too. They do a great job at that.
The people that are taking these spears, they're better at taking the spears than previous people. But I don't know, man. I've seen people do the cartwheels, the flips when they get speared, and this feels a little more organic and looks a little bit more real. I guess because he's so fast. Braun Breaker, he's extremely fast when he's running those ropes. I'll give Braun Breaker and Goldberg. They're the two best that I've ever seen deliver the spear. Who's your favorite as far as spears before we get to this
So yeah,
prediction?
Goldberg,
Goldberg?
Goldberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because it's real.
Because it's a shoot, right? Yeah. He was tearing people's ACLs, causing concussions and all kinds of stuff.
It's
So,
fucking real.
yeah, you
But
might have a
going
point
in,
there. My
go,
two favorite was Bill Goldberg and Braun Breakers, man, is very impressive. I see a lot of weak ass spears. Like when Christian delivers a spear, I'm like, really?
yeah,
It just doesn't make
little guys
sense
shouldn't be
unless you're a
doing
big
spears.
muscular guy or just a big dude. Like even Roman Reigns is a believable person to deliver the spear because he played football.
Yeah,
Um, but when Edge and Christian started doing it, I was like, I don't know about all
it is
that.
what it is.
I'm gonna
But
go with
going into the
Dominic.
match,
I'm
well,
gonna go with Dominic Mysterio to win this
a
Fatal
lot of
Four
people
Way.
are saying that. A lot of people are saying
Because I
that.
think he does some kind of sneaky shit and steals the
Yeah,
victory without Braun getting pinned. I think he pins Finn Balor and causes even more um, shit between
that's a good idea.
Balor and him.
Yeah, you make a good point. You make a good point. But I'm gonna go with the man Braun Breaker. I'm gonna say he retains.
Put him over really big. One of his
Yeah, put him
first
over really big.
manias.
I say yeah. And going in, I'm pretty interested in it. They did an all right job with this. I'm gonna go 3.5. I'm not going 4. I'm gonna go 3.5.
I'll just go with 3. It just feels like a
Yeah.
mid card thing. Okay. I think I was more looking forward to a match that was rumored, and they started to build towards, and I guess they veered away from it. But that was AJ and Braun Breaker. That was the match I wanted to see. I felt like it had you could have Randy Savage, Ricky Steamboat vibes about it as far as
Ah,
hype going into a match like that. It could have been a classic IC title match for Mania, but maybe in hindsight, maybe it's better what they did.
yeah, it's
It,
whatever.
it,
It's
yeah,
to get guys on the card.
yeah, and
What it
I'm all
is.
for everybody getting a payday. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deserves that payday. I believe that wraps it up, man.
No, we got. Well, you're missing one big one.
What's the big one?
Gunther, Jey Uso.
Gunther J. Uso has kind of felt like an afterthought until he bloodied
Until
up
the
Jimmy Uso the other night.
that saved it.
Holy shit.
That saved it.
Man, yeah, there was a lot more interest for me when that happened. Still,
Well, I'm
here's the
interested in it.
interest for me is that I really don't. It's really hard for me to predict who's going to win because Mania always likes to throw in a result that you think is going to happen but doesn't happen. Like when you thought Oscar was just going to beat Charlotte Flair at Mania years ago, didn't happen.
Yeah,
You know,
no, that happens all the time. Yeah.
it happens all the time, and I love when the Mania does that because it tries to make it unpredictable and tries to make it not so predictable.
I'm interested in this. I go in this with a 4, and
Okay,
I do. And I'm gonna say Gunther retains. It's not time yet. It's
I
not time for
like
Jey yet.
that, and that's what I want to happen. That's what I want to happen. And seeing the placement of the match It's not going to main event either night. I'm sorry, but I got to go with Gunther too, man.
Yeah,
And I
man.
would have went a full Jey Uso up until I saw where the match is placed at, and the story. And then you get to thinking the gears are going on in your brain. You're thinking, you know what? Maybe it's not his time, and maybe they tell a broader story where he has to go. He has to do the whole Cody Rhodes thing. Finish your story, kind of
Yeah.
deal. And yeah, I kind of think that's where it's kind of going to. And man, I just think that Gunther as a champion has looked impressive, but what would really stick in people's brain as far as his title reign is to defeat a guy
Yeah.
that everybody thought was going to finally get the win against him at Mania and really solidify him. And it's going to shock the crowd because I just feel like everybody automatically thinks Jey Uso is going to win it. He won the Rumble. He's huge.
Yeah.
He's got great merchandise sales. He's doubting himself. The story's playing out. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with Gunther as well.
Yeah.
Interest level, I'll go with 4 because I just want to see the outcome of this matchup.
Yeah, man.
And that's gonna wrap it up, man, for our predictions. Overall thoughts on this show. I think it is gonna be a good show. I'm gonna give it out of 5. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 in interest level.
Yeah, but
Tinkering on
I,
that
I
4.
agree. I agree, but I still think it has a shot to be better than that. I'm
Absolutely,
going in
man.
with higher hopes now.
Yeah, I am too. We hope this prediction show gets you hyped up for it. We're putting this out as quick as possible so you can watch this. Give us your predictions in the comments. Give us your feedback. Not much for me to plug this week. I just want to get this show out for you guys here on the
Yeah, man.
Gorilla
Let's go.
Press news page. All right, guys. That's going to do it for me. Toaster, thank you for joining us. We'll do a little post show, maybe a week
Yeah.
after Mania, and just to see how things played out and see how wrong and right we were on our predictions. I have them wrote down here.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That was
All
fun.
right, guys. We're going to sign off. Remember to share and like our podcast. Our success is your success. Okay, I think we're off. It's just, yeah.
It's a recording still. I'm just saying.
Okay. All right. Well, I can edit all that out. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just letting you.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second if you want to talk. I have to put my dog out. He's like going crazy.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm gonna go outside. Go. Hurry up. Hurry up. Go. 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 Yeah, like the last 5 minutes, my dog. You there?